When you pull away the meat, you want it to yield instantly, wrapped in a dense, bubbling white gravy and capped with a charred crust. While most South Asian curries rely on a sharp foundation of red chilies and acidic tomatoes, this preparation ignores them. The depth comes from a vibrant green herb paste, a heavy dairy marinade, and a direct infusion of raw charcoal smoke. Success here is about sensory layering, precisely controlling how fat, acid, and heat interact to build texture and flavor. The first layer is a fresh green base. We combine fresh cilantro, mint leaves, green chilies, a knob of ginger, and a few cloves of garlic. Adding raw cashews to this blend provides structural weight. When blended, the natural oils in the nuts create a thick paste that will help bind our final sauce. Next is the white base. In a large bowl, whisk together equal parts thick whole milk yogurt and heavy cream until the mixture is completely smooth. We elevate the dairy with black pepper, garam masala, and our primary aromatic, kasuri methi, or dried fenugreek leaves. Crushing the leaves by hand releases an earthy note that cuts directly through the heavy fat. Before mixing the chicken into the marinade, take a sharp knife and score deep slits directly into the muscle of each piece. A thick, high-fat marinade naturally sits on the surface of the meat. By cutting physical pathways into the tissue, the acidity of the yogurt can actually reach the interior fibers. Leaving the mixture to rest allows the dairy fats to protect the exterior, while the acid tenderizes the protein inside, ensuring a soft, yielding bite. Historically, this specific flavor profile comes from the tandoor, a traditional clay oven. The bell-like shape of the clay walls forces high heat and dense smoke back into the meat. To replicate those physics in a home kitchen, we use the Dungar method. Clear a small space in the center of your marinated chicken and plant a small cup made of aluminum foil. Using tongs, carefully place a single piece of red-hot charcoal into the foil. The moment a drop of oil or ghee hits the carbon, it triggers a rapid reaction, erupting into a thick, aromatic smoke. Immediately seal the bowl with an airtight lid or tight foil. Do not open it for exactly 10 minutes. This cold smoke infusion binds the flavor to the fats in the yogurt, providing the depth required for authentic Afghani chicken. Moving to the stove, shake the excess marinade off each piece of chicken and lay them into a pan of smoking hot ghee. Reserve the leftover marinade in your bowl. The focus right now is the sear. You are looking for a deep, golden brown char along the edges of the meat. Once you have that char, remove the chicken. Before introducing the leftover marinade to the pan drippings, you must drastically drop the heat. This diagram shows the risk.
On the left, exposing dairy to high heat causes the proteins to seize and curdle, breaking the sauce. On the right, dropping the temperature to a gentle simmer creates a stable emulsion, binding the fats and liquids. Add the chicken back in and stir continuously. You will know the sauce is ready the moment you see clear oil separate and pool around the edges of the pan. Successfully stabilizing the emulsion is how the raw marinade transforms into the dish's luxurious gravy. Plate the chicken while it's steaming hot. Finish with a fresh swirl of heavy cream and a final pinch of crushed fenugreek. A gravy this rich requires a vehicle for scooping. Serve it alongside fresh Afghan flatbread or a heavily buttered garlic naan. Tear off a piece of the warm bread and drag it through the sauce to capture the chicken. The crunch of the charred skin provides a textured contrast to the velvet smoothness of the cream. This result isn't a product of the ingredient list alone. It is the outcome of a deliberate, methodical layering of technique and temperature.